fine. So let me see. Yeah, our deployment is completed. So first we will call. Okay, let me start in debug mode, then you will have more clear picture. Instead of running in run mode, I will start in debug mode. So we have two mode we can run our application. One is run mode, another one is debug mode. So in debug mode you can add breakpoint and you can see where exactly your API is failing, and you can analyze your API. Either you can analyze step by step, or you can add breakpoint and directly reach to that particular breakpoint. Okay, so what I will do in this case, I will add one breakpoint here. Okay, so once I will call my API will reach, means processing will reach at this point and will stop here. Okay, so I will add one breakpoint here. Let me see if my deployment completed. Yeah, so deployment is done. So first, till this point we define only host port and resource name. We haven't defined anything in header, query parameter and all. So obviously it will throw some error. So we'll see how. Okay, no listener for endpoint transport 404 not found. Okay, but we added breakpoint, somehow it's not working. Our API get called, but this one is not working. So what we can do, we can stop. Sometime you will face this kind of problem, like your breakpoint will not work. So in that case, either you can restart your application, or you have to restart your endpoint studio. We'll try with redeployment of this application. If it will work, then okay, otherwise we need to restart our endpoint studio. Sometime you will face this kind of problem, your breakpoint will not work. Ideally what should happen, like when I'm calling this API, this API should come here and should stop here, like processing should stop here, and at the source point we can't add breakpoint. Okay, okay, still it's going. Let me try to add breakpoint here. No, so in this case I need to restart my endpoint studio. So in debug mode you will able to see everything, like how our flow going on. Okay, so that's why I'm starting in debug mode. Okay, so I need to deploy it again in debug mode. No listener for endpoint transports. Okay, so let me delete all the log, and then still this API is getting called.
but we have called
Okay,
transport, right?
okay. Actually, I missed one part. That's why it's giving error. So it should be API here. Okay, why I'm using this API? Let me show that part. So if you go to listener, yeah, means you may do this kind of mistake. Like in path, you can see we are adding API. In general, means there will be star only, and we means if you do on actual project, like we used to remove this API. Okay, but here by default it will create API. So same thing you need to keep here. Okay, so previously when I was calling this, then my means whenever I was calling, like it's not going to this API kit router since we are not giving proper path. Now we have given, so it should go now. Okay, so now you can see we are not getting response, means we are at this point. Okay, so you have to remember this, like whenever you will create this API using raml file, by default in path it will add slash API slash star. Okay, so before transport you need to give this API, or if you want you can remove this, it will not create any kind of problem. Okay, now we are at this point. Since we are not passing all the means required field and all, so it will give us bad request. So if I will go next, see we are getting error. What kind of error we are getting? First we are getting API kit not found, so it will go to API kit not found, it will go to here. Okay, so our control going to this, since this API kit throwing error, and this will be cached by any one error handler. So we have on error propagate, but here type is bad request, but in our case our error is API kit not found. Okay, so it will go to this point. Okay, so once we will do next, it will complete the process and we will get resource not found. Why we are getting resource not found? So if I click on this, so here you can see we are setting payload, and inside payload we are setting this. Okay, so first we need to remove this error like resource not found. Okay, so for that I need to check like what is my resource here. In case of gate we have, okay, actually if you can remember, like last time only I explained this, like I did a spelling mistake here, and we have, instead of transport we have transpose. Okay, some spelling mistake is there. So what I will do, I will write same resource name here. We can update that also and we can make it correct, but okay, for now we will go ahead with this only. Now my resource which should be available. So localhost I am passing 8081, I am passing this path also I am passing, and resource name also passing. So okay, so if I will call again, it will go to API kit router again. Again API kit router will validate our request based on raml. Now it will again give error. Why it will give error? Since okay, so if you want to see error, we are going to bad request. This time API kit throwing bad request. Why it's throwing bad request? If you go to raml and if you open this get method, you need to check like what all things are mandatory here. In request we are passing header and query parameter. Both are required true. So we must need to pass these two input. One is header and one is query parameter. So what I will do, I will pass this header. So where we need to configure this, okay, in Postman. I need to add one header. Okay, value I will use any random value for now. Okay, second thing, we have one more required true for this query parameter. So I need to define this query parameter also. So where I will go again, I will go to Postman, and query parameter we can define here. Okay, root ID, so I will give something like random value. Okay, now first let me complete this process. Okay, so we are at this point. So once we will complete this process, so what will happen, our payload will be transformed by this, so we will get this payload in response. Okay, let me complete this. Okay, so you can see here we are getting bad request and 400 we are getting. Now we have corrected everything in our Postman, like we are calling whatever as per our YAML, whatever configuration we did, what all things are mandatory, what all resource we have, we configured everything. So now if we will call, so it will go to particular flow. So from this API kit router, so API kit router getting request for this resource, transports resource. Okay, so if you see, by default our application will create one flow with this name, transports, and method is get. So if I will click on next, so you can see we are coming at this place. So this flow will be invoked by our API kit router. Now whatever transformation we have here, so here you can see we completed very basic transformation, like we have hard coded all the value, and this is also auto generated. So from where it came, like if you go to our YAML file, so in YAML file we have defined one example. So whatever example you will define, that example will come here. Okay, so if I will complete this process, so you can see here we are getting same response. But now what we will do, we will do some transformation, okay, on request, and then we will call this again. Okay, so if you want to switch your mode, this one is debug mode, and if you want to come in mule, like normal mode, so click on, oh sorry, this one is debug mode, second one is your mule designer. Okay, click on this. Now what we will do, we will do some transformation here. So instead of hard coding this value root ID, okay, from Postman what we are passing root ID, instead of hard coding this value, what I will do, I will take this value from our input, and our input is inside query parameter. So how we can define query parameter, syntax will be attributes. So if you remember our first session, so I have defined like how you can read any query parameter. So syntax will be attributes dot query params dot query parameter name root ID. Since we are not going to do actual implementation, ideally what should happen, like after getting request we will call another API, from there we will get response and we will pass this response. But we are not going to call another API, we are just doing this for learning purpose, how to create a very basic simple API using YAML file. So what I will do, for other value I will just hard code this value what we have, and we will send back. Okay, so let me deploy it again. Okay, so for deployment just save it, it will start automatic deployment since we have done very minimal change. Okay, so in this case it will start auto deployment. Okay, but if you will add few more component, then you need to deploy it again. If in case of automatic deployment, you will get this kind of message. Okay, you will not get like deployed kind of message. Okay, so now what we will do, we will test it again. So here this time I am passing R4985. okay, so in response, okay, let me complete this process again. It will go to debug mode. Okay, see here, if I want to move like step by step, then we will select this option. If you want to resume, like if you want to directly move to another breakpoint, or if there is any error, then you will select this option. But in our flow, after this breakpoint, we don't have any breakpoint and we don't have any error, okay, in this particular flow. So what it will do, it will complete the process. Okay, so it will complete the process and we can see response here. So other value we have hard coded value, but for this whatever we are passing in query parameter, we are getting this. Okay, now what I will do, I will change this value from 85 to 90. Okay, so again when we will call our API, so this value root ID will change from new root ID. Okay, so let me complete the process by using this resume action, and you can see here we have new root ID. Everyone clear till this point? Actually, I am not going to create any complex application for now. I have created very basic application, and I am trying to explain like what all default component you will get when you will create any mule application using YAML file. Okay, so one by one we'll see. Again, we will get HTTP listener, we will get API kit router. This API kit router is responsible to do all kind of validation, verification of our YAML. Okay, whatever request this API kit router will get, based on request it will check our YAML file and it will pass that request to particular resource. Okay, first time we are calling get resource, get transports. So this API kit router calling our this particular flow. Now we will call this post one. So in this case what will happen, it will call our this particular flow. So how we will call post one? So let me make a duplicate of this. Okay, so method will be post, then this localhost 8081, this API is same, transport also same, resource if you see here, in this resource we have only change in method name, so we change method name. Everything we have similar. Okay, more thing you can validate from YAML. Okay, so here also inside resource our YAML, you can see our YAML file. Okay, inside resource, inside API you can see YAML file, or you can see in design center, so wherever you are comfortable. So this time we are seeing about we are working on this post method. So here you can see only header is mandatory. Okay, body is also there. Okay, yeah, we need to pass body also, and we need to pass this header also. Okay, header we already configured since we did duplicate, so header should be there. We need to pass this body. Okay, so body from where we will get request.example.json. so either we can take this example payload, or we can create our own payload. For testing purpose I am using same. So I will now this query parameter is not required. If you see this YAML file, for post method we have only header and body, we don't have query parameter, so I'm not passing this query parameter. Header is already there. I will go to body. Okay, in body select row, and what kind of body, if you see structure of YAML, in case of post our response is application JSON, so we need to pass JSON payload. Okay, I will paste this. Okay, now next what we'll do, we'll see what kind of response transformation we completed here. So status 200 and resource created. Here also again we need to do some more processing. In actual implementation we need to do some more processing, like we will call another API or we'll call database, whatever data we are passing inside body we need to record somewhere. So maybe we will call another API, or maybe we will call database to store that information, and then we will display this transformation. But here we are not going to do anything, we will just see whatever response we have here, we will display that. Okay, if you want to see like flow will come here or not, so what I will do, I will add one breakpoint here. So once I will call this API, control will come here. Okay, and this process will execute and we will able to see this response there in the final response. Okay, and this resource we are calling post transports. Okay, post and transport. Body header we configured already. In query parameter we don't have anything. Fine, I will call now. So if I go here, start in debug mode, so we are at this point. We call this HTTP listener. This listener passed that request to API kit router. Now API kit router will validate that request based on RAML. Okay, and in RAML this API kit router will find this resource. We have this resource. Okay, so it will pass control to this flow. Okay, so we are at this point now. If I will do next, my process completed and will get this response. Okay, so we are getting this response. Now I will call guest and post method again one by one, so we'll able to see difference, like how we are changing. Okay, so first time I will call again get. When I am calling this get method, in get method we have method name get and resource name is transports. Method name is get, resource name is transport. Mandatory fields are query parameter and header. I am calling this API kit router will call this get transport flow, will execute this. I will do next. This process completed. We don't have anything after this, so process completed and we got response. In case of post again, okay, first let me call this. So this time this API kit router will call this flow. First time it called this flow, now it will call this flow. Okay, so we are at this flow. Process completed. We will get this response now. Okay, so we got this response. So now till this point I think we are done with very basic application. We haven't did lots of thing here. We created a very basic application using RAML file. Let me know if anyone has any